Our training business went from £20,000 a month to £115,000 a month in 2025. We have absolutely rocketed forward, and it's an incredible time to be running an AI training business. And I wanted to share with you the reasons why, my top 5 reasons why an AI training business right now is one of the best choices you can make if you're looking to start a new business or add a new string to your bow. Okay. First, demand is insane. So this is a really rare thing. This isn't a niche product. This is something that every single business, every single industry, every single sector, every single country, every single role level needs. There are very, very few jobs and companies that aren't affected by generative AI. The vast, vast majority of people need it. And this is very, very early on for people. So demand is absolutely insane, and supply is nowhere near meeting the demand that's needed. So that is an absolutely huge point. The second point is one of the main reasons I called my business AI for Non-Techies is you don't need to be technical to teach AI. And I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions that people have. You know, I wouldn't, if you'd have told me 10 years ago, in 10 years, you'll be running an AI training business and you'll be stood on stage as an AI expert, I would have laughed you out of town. I have never, ever been a techie person. I never have the latest phone. If my computer breaks, I want to throw it out the window. I have never queued up for the latest console. I am not a techie person at all. I'm very, very average in my technical knowledge. Yet here I am as an expert in generative AI and teaching other people how to do it in a really simple way. So it's not about technical stuff. Generative AI is not technical. It may have a little bit of an edge sometimes if you want to go deeper, but the stuff that people want to learn about, the stuff that you're teaching to all these people, they are non-techies. So if anything, the only technical skill you might need to have is the ability to maybe read something a little bit more technical and translate it into that lovely non-techie language. So you absolutely do not need to be technical in any way whatsoever. You will pick up little bits and pieces as you go, but do not let that be a barrier to you, because if I can be stood on stage or in panels as an AI expert, as such a non-techie person, then really anybody can. I think moreover, there is a lot to it as opposed to technical complexity. When people say, you know, is AI really hard? I say it's not hard at all. It's not difficult. There's just a lot of it. And I think that can feel very overwhelming when people start in. It's like trying to learn the internet in one go. There's so many different areas to it. It applies at work and at home. There are dangers. There's all sorts of different elements to it. But yeah, it is not technically complex, and you can go really, really far without it. And that's my whole value proposition at AI for Non-Techies too. The third one is multiple revenue streams. So this is a really interesting thing. You learn information once and then you have so many different options. So you could go straightforwardly for the corporate training, of which there is a huge demand at the moment. So within that, even you could go for much bigger companies. You can go for small businesses. You can go for freelancers, or you could go industry specific. You can go for specific industries or even specific role types. I've done them all. We're very generalist, so we really go all over the place, but there is so much room for specialists right now. And that's just with the corporate training. You could have open public cohorts instead of private training if you wanted to. You could do consulting. There's a huge need for consulting, the doers, the people who are going to take you through that journey. You could do all sorts of different things. You could speak at events. You could teach at schools. There is so many different options. And then you've got your online stuff. You could do online webinars and masterclasses and workshops and courses. It is one skill that has so many different revenue streams. So you're not going to get bored of things. I've really kept a good variety of what we do. So we have lots of different pockets. For us, that private corporate training is our biggest revenue generator. The demand's huge and people have got budget, which I'll talk about in a second. But of course, then you're kind of exchanging time for money. So we're releasing far more on-demand training courses. So we put a ton of effort into getting it right. We research it. We do it really, really well. And then we place it on demand. And then it's all about the promotion, the ongoing promotion of it. So when I'm up on stage, I might then go and mention it. And then, so we've got those options that will work a little bit more, sort of that earn money when you sleep type of thing, the dream. The fourth element here is corporate budgets are real. This is a line item now. For a long time, certainly when I started, there was a lot of companies saying, will we do this AI thing? Is it an option? They're now realizing this is not going anywhere. It's not a fad. It is not an option. This is something that they absolutely need to learn. So the budgets are here. The need is here. I find one of the main problems is people, because the budget holders and decision makers don't really understand what they're talking about, they may give technical briefs sometimes. So don't be afraid. I've been in this exact position with a big corporate. Don't be afraid to say, actually, this is what I offer and this is what I do. So the corporate I'm referring to just reeled off a ton of very technical terms. And I sat in that room saying, you know what? And this was a dream client for me. I don't think I'm going to be the person for you. I don't think I'm the right trainer because I don't really have any technical skills. What I do is I teach AI in a really non-technical, very practical, friendly, engaging way, encouraging people to get motivated and want to try it as well. And then they said, actually, that's what we were after. We didn't realize quite what we were saying then as well. So don't be afraid of more technical briefs. But yeah, these budgets are here. They are real. And the money is here. But as I say, the supply very much isn't right now. I think a lot of people are calling themselves an AI trainer. But if you have to be willing to put the hours in. So anybody can research, and with AI, it's even easier to research now. So you can use deep research functionality on chatbots, and you can find out so much information so quickly and process that information so quickly. But you don't want to teach from a place of research that anyone can do, and in a couple of hours. You want to teach from a place of experience. So find an area that you know a lot about, where you know that if you're going to test AI on it, that you would understand whether it's a good response or not. So that you understand an area of your expertise. So focus in on something that you feel comfortable with and put the time in. So when I first started, I was spending 3 or 4 hours a day every single day. That's a bit extreme, but do expect to spend at least 1 or 2 hours actually getting hands-on every single day with these tools. So as I say, you're teaching from a position of real experience, real workflows, real results, and real failures as well. It's a much better place to learn from if you were saying, look, I tried this and it actually didn't work, or I tried this and the results were nowhere near as good as the AI tool landing page said. So many of them claim to be life-changing. There's so many YouTube videos saying this is insane, this is crazy, but actually you want to get to know the tools that really do work. And the fifth point is you can use AI to build the business. That is a really, really exciting thing. And that is something I use extensively myself. So I built myself an AI training program builder called Clara, after Clara and the Sun. If anybody has read that book, it's fantastic. What this does, it took me a long time to build and refine. I'm still constantly refining it, but now it takes what would be about 100 hours of work down to about 20 hours of work. So it's not about replacing with one click. That's not how AI works. It works with you, alongside you, not for you, not yet. But it is absolutely brilliant, and it saves me a lot of time and just helps me get from idea to action far more quickly, and in this kind of reliable, uniform way. You can also use it to help you create your content to advertise your marketing content. So your images, your video, you can use and because you'll be teaching AI, you can actually say, look, this is my AI digital twin. You can maybe use something like HeyGen or Synthesia to create a digital twin of yourself and post a video, and people will be fascinated by what's possible. There's a constant stream of AI news. So you have a constant feed of things that you can not just report on. I think anybody can report on the news, but translate. What does that mean for the people that you actually work with? So if you work with lawyers, for example, and a new feature on a chatbot comes out, give them real actual use cases they can use with that. So the social media profiles are awash with anybody reporting on the news. It's very easy to take a news item, rewrite it a little bit and post it, or be the first person to do it. That's easy, but real expertise will actually translate it into real life scenarios as well. So that's your content, your marketing content. It can help you with sales as well. So you can have AI note takers in your sales calls, and you can analyze how well you did and upsell opportunities. You can build prospecting lists with tools like Clay or Persona as well. There's so much you can do. You can analyze your finances. You can build proposals using all sorts of different tools. Even just a chatbot alone, just one chatbot at £20 a month can go really, really far in helping you get to entirely new revenue levels like we certainly have. So hopefully that was helpful. Go forth and build your AI training businesses. And if you need any help, we run a Train the Trainers courses for AI trainers, lots of training in there. So look at the links below, see if there's anything that you fancy there, and maybe I'll see you on one of our Train the Trainer courses.